Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Latte podcast. Now, one of the most frequent questions our conveyancing team gets asked is basically, how long is this going to take? So I've pulled one of our busiest and most popular conveyancing solicitors on the pod to spill the tea. Now, Nitesh, I don't manage to pull you away from your desk very often, especially before lunchtime. So thanks for coming on. And I know you're very busy today, so we're going to get straight to it.
Mm-hmm.
So how long basically, obviously I know every conveyancing transaction's different, but would you say that there's as long as everything kind of goes smoothly, how long would you say it takes the legal bit of buying a house?
100%, yes. Firstly, thanks for having me on the podcast.
Pleasure.
Happy to be here. Moving on to how long it takes. It's probably the most asked question that us conveyancers get. But it's also the most trickiest question to answer. Okay. Because obviously, when it's a first-time buyer, for example, whenever they ask this question, they want either it's not in conveyancing, at least it's never black and white.
Okay.
An answer to that question.
Get the truth now, guys.
So basically, since these transactions involve so many parties, it's really difficult to tell time frame or timeline for the transaction.
Mm-hmm.
But as per our SLA, as per Waterstone's SLA, what we tend to do is we tend to complete all freehold transactions within 8 to 10 weeks.
It's pretty impressive.
All leasehold transactions within 10 to 12 weeks. Mm-hmm. Now, these timeframes are obviously for standard conveyancing transactions.
Mm-hmm.
Now, when we do delve into the deeds of the property or the various associated documents of the property, and we do come across some problems or issues with the property, we tend to resolve them as soon as possible and speak to the client about the realistic time frame. But when we actually look at the documents is when we actually can at least have a hint about the time frames of the property. But like I said, for standard transactions, we tend to keep the timeline to 10 to 12 weeks for leaseholds and 8 to 10 for freeholds. Just to answer your question.
No, that is good to know, because when I talk to people about buying a property and stuff, some of them I'd say 80% is they don't really go into it too much. Yeah, all was good, but then you do have this occasional story it took forever. And that is more of a case when you open up the file and then something's there that just requires a bit more digging around. So it's not your solicitor's fault, guys. They're doing their work. But and it's an honest answer, because I think, even me, if I was buying a house, I want the best case scenario. I'm a positive thinker. I want give me the most positive answer. But the reality is saying this is what it should take, but we need to open the file before we can give you a definite answer. I think that's fair enough. And when would you say is the best time to instruct a solicitor? Would you say say I've got an offer accepted, or would you say to instruct a solicitor when I'm just looking at properties? When would you say is a good time?
I would say when the offer is accepted 100%, because that time you know what you're buying.
Okay.
Otherwise, if you're actually just looking at the properties, you can obviously collect some quotes from the solicitors, but I wouldn't say a solicitor needs to get involved in your offers, right? They obviously will be looking at the property that you want to buy.
Yeah.
And once you've put the offer in, it's been accepted, that's the good time to instruct a solicitor.
That's really, really good to know and very helpful, actually. So I'm not going to keep you any longer because I know you've got a busy day and I want to be able to pull him on the podcast again. So if you are thinking of buying and you'd like to get in touch with Nitesh, you can you do a free consultation via the website, 15-minute consultation, so you can get in touch if you've got any more questions. And if you do have a question you'd like us to cover on next week's episode, DM us in the comments. And thanks for joining in and have a great rest of your day.
Thank you.